Vancouver is an incredibly picturesque city wherein you have the mountains meeting the ocean with a beautiful cityscape in between it all. It's stunning, and you can't deny that. I have learned the hard way that there is only so much that as a landscape photographer I can manage to do to capture a great shot of the city during sunrise. That is, without having to climb a mountain first. I've got a short video this week about my attempt to capture a cityscape photo during sunrise in 2 different locations on 2 different days. In my last video, I went to Rice Lake for sunrise. Well, luckily, after I finished up there, I was driving back home and noticed the slight opening in the sky for light to get through the thick, ominous clouds. I quickly detoured and took the highway to Cypress Mountain, where I drove around until I found a decent spot to stop and take some shots. I've been to Cypress Mountain viewpoint many times. However, with the growth of trees in certain areas, I'm always on the hunt for new spots that offer unobstructed views of the Vancouver cityscape. As I was setting up a composition, I started thinking that finding inspiration for landscape photography amongst a busy city view is a challenge. I found that it's best to scout for good spots and jot them down for later to take advantage of when it's good light and weather. In this case, my chances of good light were fleeting, but I thought it would be good to try some shots regardless with my 70 to 200mm f4. So like I said, I'm here in Cypress, and to me, the reason I came here is because I wanted to show what it's like, how difficult it is to actually find good vantage points for sunrise and sunsets included. If you don't want any city and you don't want man-made structures, it's probably the most difficult place to get it at, and there'll always be some city or buildings, or if not on the ocean, there's going to be the tankers that are full, like for the port here, and it's quite difficult. So if the light is not amazing like it is, it's okay right now, it's actually an interesting shot because you can see the cloud, the line separating the beautiful clear sky, and the cloud has just covered it completely, and it's almost as if Seattle and the islands will get that light and will get that opening of like clear skies, but we are in the North Shore, and especially maybe even like downtown Vancouver, it's just a cloud. We're just socked in, and there's nothing that you can do about it, and you're kind of limited to the range of places you can get high enough to either get a down view and be like above the cloud to look down. That would be a fog inversion, which is coming up in December and January, which I'm very excited about, and I would be coming to this spot in Cypress itself, as well as some other local spots that I've kind of spotted over the years. But I think it's really important to remember that it's a tricky place to shoot sunrise. Sunset is much more preferable, so it's good to drive around, and when you find spots, make mental notes and maybe even write them down to keep these spots in mind for later, because the different seasons, different light, and the sun rising from different areas is good to have as a backup in case you do want to just get out spontaneously and take shots. So that's just some research and some knowledge for you guys, and in case you want sunrise or sunset. It's not easy, but if you do your research and kind of find good spots, you'll be in luck. So I just came from outside and it is cold. I am a little underdressed because of the wind. The wind is really strong, and that's great for photography in terms of having the clouds move and a little bit more drama in case the clouds change shape. And I'm going to do a long exposure probably just to see what comes out. But yeah, it's a little windy, and for the a top half of my jacket I'm comfortable, but I think my bottom half I wore just leggings and it was not the right move in terms of my thighs just freezing. But it's okay. I'm just gonna endure it. It's my own fault and live with it. And hopefully it actually works out. It's all worth it in the end.
In this shot, I'm showing you how you can adjust the amount of light by changing the aperture. I use this trick usually for focus stacking and manually turning the focus ring on my lens in order for me to get more light on the foreground subject to focus properly.
Yesterday, what prompted me to get up this morning for this sunrise was because yesterday I woke up and I looked out and I saw, no joke, beautiful dawn light that was just this golden orange and followed by a rainbow. So like not only that it was like peaks of sunlight in between all the cloud, but it was a rainbow over the mountains. And I was just so floored and I was kicking myself why. I was like, okay, should I run? Should I not? It's only like a 5 to like 15-minute window. It's very short. And as I was thinking about it and watching it, it all disappeared, obviously, because there was so much wind and the cloud cover and the rainbow disappeared and the light went away. But regardless, it was like, okay, well, today I'll just try and see what I can get. Turns out, yeah, I got skunked, as what another way to put it is the cloud cover basically took away my chance of any color. And I did get one shot where the cloud was beautiful, the color was coming through, and I think it's a little bit also of light pollution, but regardless it looks really nice. And I think I'm going to do the focus stacked blend shot where I take like the foreground shot that I have in focus of the rocks with like this focus shot of the landscape bridge, and then just the beautiful sky with that cloud that has a pop of color. It wasn't the color I was necessarily aiming for. I wanted more sky and more color and more drama with the clouds, but I'll take what I can get. And I really enjoyed being out, and I'm glad the wind died down when it did. And now I'm just gonna head home and work for the rest of the day and hang out. So thanks again for watching, you guys, and again, please hit the bell for notifications, subscribe, leave comments. I really like to hear what you guys think about these videos and where else you would recommend I should go and what else I should include. I'd love to hear back. Thanks so much. Till next time.